guys, Rick Shaw here on the 28th of June 2023. Kids are off school today, some kind of teacher thing, which is cool. You know, we're rolling down to the end of the year, so that's all right with me. So, but I got more troubles with the phone now, you know. And one of my buddies said, "Oh yeah, it could be a virus." Well, I haven't really gone anywhere or done anything different on the phone, and I have a virus protection service that I buy. And I went back through all the logs. It hasn't detected anything. Well, maybe it's no good. I don't know. But now, if I want to send money from my bank, they send me a one-time passcode. They won't come. Those are gone. Those are gone. Also, GigaLife, I wanted to load my phone. They send you a one-time passcode. Can't get them. I have no way of receiving them. So I've lost all my ability to pay for things. So, you know, Samsung, as far as I'm concerned, they can take a flying leap in the lake. You know, what a crap thing. And some people get good ones. Wes has got one that's working really good. Well, what's the matter with this company that they make good ones and they make trash ones? You know, and I looked, I went all the way back as far as I could. I couldn't see any virus stuff on the thing. So just a real pain in the ass. Now it's more shit I got to do to try to get this stuff paid. You know, it's the end of the month, it's time to pay stuff. And before it was just click, 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 boom, pay it. And I could also do Gcash, all that kind of stuff. And guess what? Can't now. That's all gone. It's been wiped off my phone because I cannot receive any messages, notifications, or anything. So just absolutely ridiculous. Samsung is just crap. You know, at least the one I got. It could be better. I know lots of people who got them, they just swear by them. But the only good Samsung I ever had was that knockoff. Well, the Note 9 from West was really good. No problems with that. And then that Chinese knockoff one that I had, that thing worked great. The rest of them have been they just do stupid stuff all the time. But on another note, I was watching the head honcho here on the boob tube, and what I'm seeing is a globalist. Basically, that's it. Gonna take this place and run it into the ground. Is what's going to happen. I've seen. I listened to the whole spiel in front of the assembly. I think his new GF is Greta Dumbhead or whatever her name is, and just absolutely ridiculous, you know. And they tell you to trust the science. I actually watched a scientist from Australia, and he said, okay, Australia produces this so many billions of tons of this stuff, but just our trees alone offset all of that. That's not including the grasses or the mangrove swamps, which mangrove swamps really suck up the carbon. But you need carbon. We're carbon based. You know, once carbon, saw another scientific paper that said if you get down too low on carbon, you're not going to be able to have the plants grow. You know, it's just crazy. So they're pushing this stuff. And what are they doing in Australia? They're cutting down all the trees to put in these solar farms. So they're just exacerbating the problem. You know, this is a man-made thing, and it's in the minds of these people who are not thinking properly. They're just not, guys. And you know, you want to trust the science, start looking at the science, guys. You know, but see, it's the approved science. You're not looking at the approved science, and pretty soon they're going to take all the other science off, because look how many times you get blocked. You put anything up, you have to speak in quatrains, or they're going to shut you down on any of the stuff. You know, Facebook, I can't comment on Facebook. That's blocked. They're getting ready to kick me off. This one I got so many strikes on. It's just ridiculous. They don't let anyone put this stuff out and speak that's against their narrative. And folks got to wake up and look at this. And then now I see all this stuff with the BIDEN crime family. Okay, just a big group of mafiosos. And guess what? Do you think they're going to do anything to them? Come on. Long jail sentences are for you and me, not for those guys. and they'll get quietly let out. They'll make a big show that somebody's going in, and they run them right out the back door, and they don't see anybody. They jump in a tinted out limo that the cops would stop you and me for, and they just ride him away and say how horrible it is for him. You know, this is what they do. They're the rich. They've always done it, guys. You know, this has been throughout history. The rich got the money, so they can do whatever the hell they want. And these guys, what the problem is, they're bilking your money from you. I mean, they're just milking the cow dry. That's all there is to it. And it's a real shame. And they're doing it all over the world. You know, when I saw the honcho here, looking at that, I'm thinking, man, you know, this is already poor. The COVID messed everything up here in the first place, and just smashed small business. The big ones stayed open. Oh, those ones were all fine. You know, the San Miguel corporations and all that stuff. That, man, they were running full tilt, because they shut down all the little ones and gave them all these ridiculous rules. I remember they had the jeepneys could only run at half capacity, and they had to put all these big stupid plastic things in. And I'm thinking, oh, there was some guy had a plastic concession. Just, you know, the insanity just went so far for me. I just shake my head. I'm like, and these folks fall for it. You know, it's just one of these things here that why I got to get out. You know, I got to get while the getting's good. And it's just too absolutely insane for me. I just can't take the sheeple that you run into. And they can be pretty rotten too. They can be really inconsiderate and rotten to people, and I don't care what anyone says. And some people like it here, some people are good. Maybe they're out in the province and everything's good, foreigners here, but this anti-American and foreigner dislike is growing. You know, it's getting bigger and bigger. So you got to be careful. You got to be very careful here. I don't recommend it here, guys. I really don't. That's just me. You know, I do know some guys coming. That's why I was talking about the houses yesterday. You know, if you're going to do this, but make sure you got an out. But see, they put so many hoops in front of you for your out. You know, you got to do this, you got to do that, you got to pay this, you got to pay that. It's just a big stinking mess here, and it's all money. It's just so they can gouge you for some more money. That's because, you know, that's what they do. That seems what they do. Every time you turn around, they're gouging you for another buck. You know, and it's not going to stop here. It's just not. And I can foresee it just still getting worse. I know this new fella came in and they were going to fix a lot of this stuff. Nah, they ain't fixing anything. You know, nothing. It's status quo here. They get something in place and they never let it go. The Philippines are the first to adopt something silly and the last to let it go. And you know, I'm telling you guys, I just keep shaking my head at this. You know, and like I say, there's so many things here that for years that have been bugging me, and I wanted to get out and I wanted to do things or do something different, but my hands are tied. I'm at the whim of, not my will, of somebody else's, and that's just something, guys, I can't take it. I can't take that anymore. It's I've had it. I've just absolutely 100% had it with that. You know, you need to control your own destiny. You know, when you look at the family, husband's supposed to be the captain of the ship. Not here, guys. They got this matriarchal society where they want to boss the hell out of you, and if you don't listen, they just start this it's like a bad parrot. I had a buddy who had a parrot, all it did was squawk all day, and he'd get mad and hit the cage. And I'm like, why don't you get rid of the damn thing? He said, well, I can't. You know, it's my parrot. And you know, you just start taking it. You start taking this and taking this and taking this until finally you explode. And that's what happened to him. One day he choked his parrot to death. He couldn't take it no more. I said, hey, what happened to your parrot? He said, man, I just couldn't. I just reached in that cage and I choked him to death. And this is about where I'm at with this place. You know, it's not the wonderful place. You go into a lot of other countries around here. They're much nicer, guys. You know, you don't got the language here. But here too, they got the English, but then they'll twist their head like a dog, huh? You know, you say, oh, could you tell me where I can buy mangoes? Huh? They go, and they go, and they start twisting their head like a dog, and they don't know, and then your wife comes up and says, oh, where do we get the mangoes from? Then their brain turns back on. So having this English here is about worthless unless they start putting a switch on somebody's head so you can reach over and turn the English switch on. Because most of them, it's just worthless. And the thing that's really killing me is my kids. Every day they come back from school, I'm fixing the crap that these people are teaching them. This is the first time we had to have them in public school because all the dang, when we got here, all the private schools were shut down. See? They shut them down because they don't want your kids learning. They don't want your kids getting smart. So they made sure all those were shut down. And they teach you this stuff that I'm watching them learn. They spend a whole day learning how to dance. You know, and it's just ridiculous here. I'm fed up with these schools. There's just so many things that I'm right here at in this place, and I just keep laughing. I watch some guys have been sending me videos of these rainbow and unicorn guys, RNUs, but I'm looking at it. I'm like, gosh, these guys are still, you know, they don't go anywhere. They sit around in their crib. And they say how wonderful it is. Well, they could be wonderful anywhere, I think. For them, they're not doing anything. They're not out on the street. So, you know, one guy even said it, I was watching. He says, oh, it's so nice here because I just get the boy next door. He runs and gets all my groceries. I give him a list and give him the money. So come on, Boomer. But that's my kind of rant today. Don't mind me. There's another barking, stinking dog. Come on, Boomer. Come on, buddy. See, he's starting to do really well with the listening. So, but I'm going to let you go, and don't forget to pray for each other. And this is Rick Shaw out.